We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Ought to be a good one here between the Cincinnati Reds and the Isotopes. It's Baseball on the Show, and it's coming up next. Jim Palmer gets the call for Game 1 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this starting pitcher right here can strike some people out. It's not easy to average a strikeout per inning, but that's what he's been able to do so far. And if he brings a good assortment of pitches like he's brought all season long, we could see another game filled with quite a few strikeouts.
Into the box is the veteran left-handed hitting Kenny Lofton as we're just about set for baseball.
Kenny Lofton.
And now the third baseman sneaks into position to cover a potential drag bunt. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Start of a 4-game set as the game's first pitch misses for ball 1. Guys, we take a look at the home 9 as they take the field tonight. They come into this one off a loss that finally snapped what was a long winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead, you start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
And a moment now to glance at the Reds lineup card in this one. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, Matt, I'm excited to get a chance to see that left-handed hitter, Freddie Freeman. He's really excelled against right-handed pitching this season, hitting over 300 against them coming in. So given the matchup he's faced with here, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see him make some noise at the plate.
268 the average for him coming in. 18 homers and 48 driven in. A windup and the 0-1. One out, nobody on. The next 0-2 pitch to him misses outside.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Struck him out.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
So next up will be Freddie Freeman. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. His average right at 295 here to start play. 33 home runs and 85 driven in. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Hey, down in the count 0-2, I'd like to see a little choke and poke right here. Maybe work it up the middle or opposite field with 2 strikes.
Fouled away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. And set up behind the dish is Eric Summersgill as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Yeah, Dan, we got Eric Summersgill behind the dish. Really likes to work the ball east-west. What did you like?
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. On now to the bottom of inning number 1 with no score after a half an inning. Cole Hamels is on the mound for the Reds in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
So striding forward now, Ken Griffey. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now here it comes. Curveball looked at here for strike 1. And guys, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they come in winners of 2 straight and looking to get things turned around in what hasn't been all that amazing a stretch for them.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
The 1-2. Lifted the other way out to left center. Center fielder on the run. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. With a moment now, let's have a look at the home team starting lineup. Nero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Hit in the air to shallow center. Banks backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Now batting, Andrew Jones. He'll get to take his first cuts here. A ball and no strikes.
Wouldn't mind the pitcher expanding the zone a little bit more and using his aggressiveness against him.
In there, and it's even at 1.
1-1.
1-1. And he fouls this one off. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. So now the Reds cleanup hitter, Joe Carter. He'll lead it off here to begin the second. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow below the zone?
This is foul right side.
He was looking for a swing and a miss breaker right there, but left that one in the zone that got fouled off.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
In now, Ernie Banks. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. One and one.
Oh, he's got that beautiful 12-6 curveball, doesn't he? It's part of what makes him as good as he is, and he has a lot of confidence in it. He'll even throw it behind the count at times.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be.
Meanwhile now, this is trouble down that right field line. This should be extra bases.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Into the box, Brian Anderson. And he puts it on the ground to second. Fielded cleanly. And, oh, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first. Not particularly graceful there, and as a result, he'll be slapped with an E4 on the play. So here's Scooter Gennett. 4-1.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
Hit back toward the mound. Aparicio has it. He'll go to the bag for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. A hit and an error in the inning, but they failed to score. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 0-0. Now at the plate, Joe Morgan, and he enters play today, currently 5th in the National League batting race.
Hey, not a bad year for a second baseman. There's some really good two-sackers out there, but second basemen aren't typically where you expect to have one of your better hitters.
1 ball, no strikes to count. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1.
Well, he's following the code not to miss down and into a lefty. Everything on the outer half of the plate.
A shot to second base and handled for the first out.
Time for a look at the Cincinnati Reds on D. And let's take a look at Brian Anderson. This guy, when I see him out there on the field, I think of one thing. He's a ball player. Offers versatility for his manager. Outfield, little third base. He was fighting for the 2018 Rookie of the Year.
Dwight Evans comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. The numbers on the year, 272, 13 home runs, and 46 driven in. Now the 1-0. Bottom of the second here with no score. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Lofton is there. And he makes the catch for the second out. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And up next, it'll be the Hall of Famer George Brett. Fouled off. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Grossman is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Top of the third set to get underway, and next to hit is the catcher, Jorge Alfaro. First pitch of the at-bat. Alfaro, a Colombian-born ball player. He was taken in the 18th round during the 2020 draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Standing in now, Cole Hamels. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that finds the target. 0-2 now.
After 2 great pitches, he has a lot of options right now. He could bounce something or go elevated fastball.
And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
The center fielder, number 7, Kenny Lofton.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in is the veteran center fielder Kenny Lofton. And now the third baseman sneaks into position to cover a potential drag bunt. Now a check swing on the pitch inside, but he definitely broke the plane, and that's the first strike. The pitch. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
That hook stayed up in the zone. You can see he struggled with that curveball early. He's trying to find that release point with his off-speed pitches. Love to see if he can find the feel for that thing moving forward.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Reds. Home half of the third coming up. No score. So digging in now, Joe Torre, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. Let's see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. 0-1 the count. And it's fouled away. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. And as you see there, September right around the corner. There's our upcoming schedule as we get ready for the final month of the season. Here's the first pitch to him. Louis Aparicio stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Well located fastball right there. If he can continue to do that, he'll pitch deep into this one.
Hit on the ground to short. Reined in. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Jim Palmer, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. In there for strike 1, 0-1. Good breaking ball there, laid off for the second strike.
After falling down 0-2 on the same pitch, don't be shocked if he triples up on it.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Swinging a ball line softly down the line in right. Foul.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. All set for the start of the fourth. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Robbie Grossman.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. And now a pitch on the way.
Count is 2-1.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Popped him up. Morgan will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
The first baseman, number 22, Freddie Freeman.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Freddie Freeman. First time up, he went down looking. Now here's the pitch. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now, 2-0.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
2 balls and a strike to Freeman.
I love that pitch right there. An aggressive fastball that catches the corner. The hitter knew it was coming and still couldn't do anything with it.
And there's ball 3 on a breaking ball that misses away.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
3-2, full count.
Not surprised he's late on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. High fly ball out to deep right field. Evans on the move at the track, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he is in at second base with a one-out double.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. This guy's been producing at the plate all year long, and this at-bat is no different. He's probably surprised it didn't leave the yard after the season he's having, but he'll just have to settle for a double.
Into the box now, Joe Carter. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. That evens it up 1-1. Has a look, now the pitch. Fouled away. The 1-2 pitch. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Freeman, the runner at second with 1 away. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Now the payoff pitch home. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
At the plate, Ernie Banks, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
The 2-0 pitch. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. 3 balls and a strike to the shortstop of the Reds.
Not a good spot to be in right now. Pitcher's falling behind in the count with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
Out of the stretch, the 3-2 home is put in play to the right side of the infield. Scooped up, and the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is retired. 1 hit, 1 left. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go, and we are tied 0-0. And that'll bring in Ken Griffey Sr. back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
The windup and the 0-1. Now a ball rolled softly to second. He's got to hurry. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. Now at the plate, Benito Santiago. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch on its way. The 0-1. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Hey, that's not an easy pitch to hold your swing up. I know it looked like it was way out the plate. Good job not swinging at it.
And he fouls this one off. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Fouled off. He'll try again. 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. High pop up. Freeman has a play. 2 down.
Now batter,
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up Andrew Jones. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. He's got it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. In now for the Reds, Brian Anderson comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. And another foul ball. And it's 1-2.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone. So still nothing against him on the scoreboard here in the 5th as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And we find that this pitching staff currently leads the NL in that department. First delivery to him on the way. Scooter Gennett will stand in for the 2nd time as he watches one miss low. It's a ball and no strikes. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
The catcher, number 39, Jorge Alfaro.
2 gone in the Cincinnati 5th, and up next will be the big catcher Jorge Alfaro. Here comes the first pitch, and he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
Aparicio fields it cleanly. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the side is retired. Reds are down and ordered. Halfway home, still no score. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Joe Morgan.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on, or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Again, another foul ball. On the ground up the middle. And that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2 nets him a leadoff single.
Hey, this team has been shut down offensively up until this point, Dan. But right here, team's first hit of the game in the 5th inning. Let's see if it sparks some offensively.
You know, this will be interesting, D-Row, to see if they can crack this guy's code. A lot of times, once you get that first hit, several begin to fall after that one. So it'll be interesting to see if this guy can put the screws on this one and tighten things up and not allow any more base hits.
So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Left it up in the zone, but it's a strike. 1-1.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Strike called. Now the throw down is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base. The 2-2. And it's fouled away. No one out with a runner at second. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
George Brett is in for the second time here as he looks at a ball high, 1-0. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. A ball and a strike. Brett stands at 6 foot even. Bats left, throws right. He's been in the big leagues for over 2 decades now. That kind of longevity is extremely rare in just about any sport, and it's great to see.
Yeah, there's just no other way to slice it but the fact that if you're going to hang in for over 2 decades, you're probably Hall of Fame worthy, or at least have accrued the numbers to get you there. I mean, for people to stay in the game that long, the amount of adjustments you have to make and the ability to find a way to stay on the field, to go to the post and stay healthy for over 2 decades is mind-blowing.
First offering on its way. Line drive to center field. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Maybe a rug burner too after that one as we get another look at it here. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Cole Hamels. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. And that's in there for strike 1. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside. Fouled away. The 1-2 is in there. A called strike 3.
Flat out locked him up with a changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
And now the third baseman sneaks into position to cover a potential drag bunt. To the plate now, Kenny Lofton, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. Evans on the move, and it's gone.
Yeah, I can remember when leadoff hitters were these little speedy guys who would try to leg out little numbers or draw walks. Well, that time has passed, and guys like this, with pop at the plate, can sometimes go deep as well as anybody in the lineup. Boy, after that base knock right there, D-Roll, he extends his hitting streak to 7 games.
Yeah, and you can tell he's made some necessary adjustments at the plate. Anytime you're getting a knock every day of the week, you're doing things right. He's keeping that front shoulder tucked, staying inside the ball, not trying to do too much.
A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. A 1-1 count to the Reds' first baseman. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive. Not being very aggressive right now.
1 run, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
In now, Joe Carter, as he'll pop this one foul off to the left and out of play. No hits to this point. One and one, the count to Joe Carter. Ooh, jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2. 1 run, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And this is popped up near second base. Morgan is there for it, and the inning is over. But the Reds hit the score. Stepping into the box, Louis Aparicio to start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Reaches down and hits this one on the ground to short. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away.
The pitcher,
So stepping in, Jim Palmer. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
That's inside. 2-0.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the easy outs, and this is certainly one of them.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
It's amazing how guys can lose focus sometimes when the weaker hitters come up, especially the pitchers. You got to stay on the attack and minimize pitches and get these guys out in a hurry.
And this misses as well. Ball 4. And he's walked the opposing pitcher on 4 pitches.
This is only their second base runner of the game after that earlier hit. Tough to score when you don't have anyone on base, so we'll see if they can get something going here.
At the plate now, Ken Griffey Sr. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch on its way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Hey, this is a left-handed hitter that can fly down the line. If they want to turn 2, they're going to have to be almost perfect.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. No plate discipline that time, and he's in the hole now. 0-2.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up 1 hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
Lifted down the line in left. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
That was a good job tying him up inside on that strikeout pitch. It wasn't even in the strike zone, but with the hitter protecting with 2 strikes, that's the kind of pitch you can get him to offer at, and he's probably not going to do much with it when he does make contact.
Benito Santiago swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Fastball hit on the ground is short. And that'll do it as Jeanette is at second base to record the force out. Standing in, Ernie Banks. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. And he'll throw him out from short right field. Nicely done for the first out. Digging in, Brian Anderson. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. A ball and no strikes. And this one's over for a high strike. 1-1. Here it comes. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
Sent on the ground out to second. Fielded cleanly, and that's the second out.
Now batting, second baseman.
Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
You see there, the pitch count is up to 88. And at this point in the game, that's a good place to be. So I think we'll see him stay out there for at least a little while longer.
And he misses there. 1-2. 2 out, nobody on. And that misses. 2-2. Looking for his 10th strikeout. Here's the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Scooped up, throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Reds. They lead it 1-0. Last half of the 7th here, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Andrew Jones.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. His eyes lit up on that one above the zone, but he comes up empty. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And here's a fastball on 0-2, but it misses. 1-2 now. High and deep to right center. Center fielder on the run, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap, and he'll get in at second base as the tying runs aboard with a leadoff double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with the single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Into the box, Joe Morgan, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. With runners in scoring position this season, Morgan is hitting over 350 up in the high 300s.
You want to talk about having a career season, Matty. This guy's batting average is through the roof, one of the best in the business, and maybe more important.
Hold on now, that ball is down and could score a run. And the run will score from second as this ball game is tied 1 apiece.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen. I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sinking cut. That is unbelievable he's able to get that knock in that big spot.
So now to the plate, Dwight Evans, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
I really like how he's been attacking hitters early in these ABs. He's thrown strikes on the first pitch to over 70% of the guys he's faced so far.
Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. And now before the 0-1 pitch, a quick stoppage as he steps out. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And he's back in standing. Here's the 0-1. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
2 takes, and now he's down 0-2. I'm not sure, but he may have been taking to give the guy at first a chance to run.
0-2 count, and the pitch. And he fouls this one off. The next 0-2. Runners on the move for second. Takes this the other way to right. Carter makes the catch, and now they might be able to double them off at first. Now a throw behind the runner, and it's in time to get him. And that, folks, is the danger of the hit and run. Drilled right back up the middle. Oh, look at the dive. What a play. The defense all set for the start of the inning, and now it'll be the catcher, Jorge Alfaro. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
Behind 0-2 now. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Well, tried to throw a high fastball right by him there. Didn't work, but now we'll see if that sets up some different options. Wouldn't be surprised to see a good slider down and away right here.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Well, pitching domination continues. Just a total of 2 runs on the board, so both of these starters should feel really good about their showings. If you love good pitching, this has been the game for you.
Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. And there are 2 away now.
well-executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Digging in and looking for more, Kenny Lofton. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Fouled off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A ball and 2 strikes to Kenny Lofton. Line drive to center field. And Andrew will just get in front of this one, a base hit. So the 2-out hit keeps the top of the 8th inning extended.
Now batting, left fielder, Robbie Grossman.
Here's Robbie Grossman, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. This one's down to third. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Home half of the 8th straight ahead, all tied at 1-1. Joe Kelly is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 19, Joe Kelly.
Stepping up to the plate, Joe Torre. 0-for-2 from him so far in this one.
Leading off for the Icicles, the first baseman, Joe Torre.
And every pitch so crucial in a tie ball game, so he'll step out and ask for time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Now the 0-1. A bouncer up the middle. And that'll get through into center. So there's your possible go-ahead run on base now to lead off the inning.
Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That lawn dart felt so good.
Oh, Dio, this guy's been due. He really needed that one.
Delino DeShields will be summoned now to be the pinch runner.
Number 2, Delino DeShields.
Into the box now, Louis Aparicio. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Hannes Wagner will come on now to replace him as he's into pinch run following the injury. Go-ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. And he just misses inside with the fastball there. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Set and the 2-0 pitch. Trying to bunt his way aboard to no avail. It's 2-2. protecting with 2 strikes. Went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
And there he goes towards second. Left center, base hit. Throw will hold him at second, but the go-ahead run's in scoring position now with still nobody out.
Well, that's surprising right there. Hit and run tactic used to perfection. Ball's hit to the outfield. The batter does his job. I don't know how that runner's standing on second still. You tip your hat to the outfield to get it in super quick, but he's got to take the chance to get to third.
Jay Bruce will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Hitting, Jay Bruce.
Knuckle curve down below the knees, 1-0. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Bruce is certainly one of the right guys to have at the plate in this spot. The long ball would be huge, and he's hit more than 300 of them in his career.
Oh, yeah, when he knocked the donut off his bat on the on-deck circle, Matty, that was the only thing that was on his mind. He's been in this situation multiple times in his career. The moment will not get too big for him. He knows how to slow it down. Don't be shocked if he leaves Earth right here.
Back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. The run scores from second. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Boy, those have to feel really good, D. When you get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the second inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ken Griffey. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
On to Freeman, a double play. So base is empty now after the double play, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher, Benito Santiago. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch.
No problem with that take right there. First pitch from a reliever, got to calibrate that velocity.
Ready with the 0-1. Oh, this is hit high and deep out to left. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And that'll score the runner from third as they'll open up a 3-1 lead.
Boy, that's a big RBI right there to give this team a 2-run cushion going into the late innings. And it always makes it easier on the opposing pitcher to know they have a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Leo Mazzoni always used to say, old pitching coach for the Atlanta Braves, solos won't kill us, guys. And he's absolutely right. You give yourself a 2-run lead, a solo homer's not gonna do too much damage.
Michael Lorenzen enters here looking to get the final out before the 9th inning. Stepping in now, Andrew Jones. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Trying to add some padding to their lead in the form of that run standing out there at second base. And he falls behind 0-2. 2 out here and a runner at second. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A 2-run homer for Andrew Jones. So a milestone here. And even 50 home runs on the year now as they stretch the lead to 5-1.
Oh, man, it's so rare to see a guy put up 50 dingers in a season, especially in recent years. Well, he just did. It's been incredible to watch. What a season.
Now back, second baseman.
Standing in now, Joe Morgan. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Carter is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. So they score 4 times on 5 base hits, no errors, and no one left. 9th inning coming up. The Isotopes are out on top, 5-1.
Your attention, please. Now playing first base, number 2, Delano.
John Franco will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7th spot in the lineup following the double switch. Jay Bruce will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base. Leading off the inning, Freddie Freeman, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Rarely do you see a closer come in when you have a comfortable lead like this one here. We'll see if he's able to keep his concentration. A lot of times closers have a difficult time when they have that lead of 3 or more runs.
The windup and the 0-1. Hit on the ground out to short. Aparicio gloves it, and the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. It's a bullpen game for them now as we have a look at the starter's final line. He was on point from the get-go this evening.
Hey, Matty V, this guy had it going in this one. You look down at the bottom of that scroll. 10 strikeouts. He hit that swing and miss stuff from the beginning all the way to the end in this one.
In now, Joe Carter. Yes, he'll ground this one foul for the first strike. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. 1-1.
Hey, every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
Oh, and this ball is raked deep down the line in left, but a foul ball. The 1-2. Bat explodes as this is popped up, and no one will get this one. Another one sent foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. Now here's the pitch. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And he makes the throw to first. Carter is retired, 2 down now. So coming to the plate, Ernie Banks. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike. Ball 1. Fastball right back to the mound. Throw on to first is in time to get him, and the Isotopes have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over.
It's always nice to take the opener of a 4-game set when you're at home. That sets the stage for the rest of the series, and it gives you a good springboard the rest of the way.
Tonight's game comes to an end, 5-1 the final score. The Isotopes came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Jim Palmer earned his 9th win of the year as he turns in 8 strong innings of work. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Here now is our final line score. First for your victorious home team, 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They left 2 men on base. For the Reds, 1 run, 5 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 47 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.